Theory of a nickel creed. Exactly. Okay. Let's get into our next match. We've got another TVZ, but this one might look a little different than the last one. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the Red Terran player for Dragon Kitesy Gaming, the world champion, Oliveira. I'm sorry, what is this? That is the wrong base. The opponent in the upper right-hand corner, spawning in the upper right-hand corner, but maybe doesn't realize where he is. I'm not sure. It is Reaper. And Reaper went 2-base Muta twice in a row earlier against Hatches, another Terran player, but seems to be feeling a bit spicier. You know, maybe ate some buffalo wings. Hopefully drank some Pepto-Bismol. But in the meantime, actually maybe this is the Pepto-Bismol. This is how you stop yourself from getting heartburn the next day. You use that spiciness on the ladder. We do like this strategy. Glad to see chat understands that this is a good strategy. Roach one on the way. Now Oliveira, it's worth noting, is going double Reaper, double Barracks, double Reaper in the wall here. This has been a pretty popular strategy. And it's kind of funny that he's going double Reaper against Reaper. I kind of love it. I wonder if Oliveira was inspired by the name. Like, Reaper, huh? All right, well, Reapers it is. This has been a pretty standard build, I feel like. Beyond brought this in, and we've just seen a decent amount of it. Oliveira is going to see no natural and maybe get kind of confused. There's a Roach on the way. Oliveira knows exactly what it is now, right? Roach one's done. Now the Reaper scouts around. Has to. It has to scout for a proxy. No, Oliveira might be thinking one base. And this could be a mistake for Oliveira, as the Roaches have now found this Marine. They're going to find that SCV. Oh, and they're going to start working through this tech lab. Reaper's coming back, trying to buy some time. I like this. SCV's coming out. This is important. There's another Marine here as well. 3 Reapers do a decent amount of damage, but also they can do those grenade bops. They're going to stop that Ravager from morphing. Another Ravager trying to morph here, but now it's just the one Roach against the SCVs. Another Roach showing up, going to help out a little bit. Looks like this Ravager will actually morph. No! At the very last second, Oliveira gets the pop on it. And that's actually really important, because those Ravagers are crucial for taking down this bunker. And Reaper gets a lot of that gas back, but not quite all of it. Oliveira trying to get concussive shells out of this damaged tech lab as well. 5 SCVs die, but that's not that important, because Oliveira has a second CC. Roach getting bopped around, juked and jived here. Another Ravager being morphed. Reaper is going to be able to bile down this bunker pretty well soon, but there is a Marauder in it. Oh, Bile's going to take down the SCVs, but the SCV's just trying to heal through it. Are they going to be able to? Not quite. And Oliveira's going to have to evacuate that bunker. A couple of Roaches went down in the meantime. Bile's going down on the supply depot, trying to take it down. Should be able to break it. Concussive Shells is done. That's going to really help Oliveira here. But 4 more SCVs have died. Now the tech lab's dead, which means this is the last Marauder coming out for a while. The main has only a 3rd barracks, and the natural is getting floated away. I said the last Marauder, but that barracks dies before the Marauder gets out. And now Reaper might be able to start pushing up this ramp. Gonna try to jump up here. A couple of SCVs blocking the way. And Oliveira is forced to tap out as Reaper takes game 1 with a proxy hatch. Reaper just beat the world champion. Reaper, you god. Okay, I need to host the second map. All right. Game 2 going to be on Dragon Scales. Players are ready. All right. And we are ready to go. Goddamn, full NA. What is the mod? So the mod for the game, there's a few different ones. I'm actually using the Home Story Cup 21, which is a little bit old, but it has a lot of the same functionality. It's just not quite as up to date, I think. But I think the good one is called Observer Plus Plus. I think that's the newest one. I'll have to check. I don't host lobbies super often, so I just use whichever one is like my most recent. But I think the last time I hosted lobbies on Korea, it was Home Story Cup 20. I used the other one on like EU because I think I've hosted maps more recently on there. I actually can't believe that game one went like that. That is kind of insane, but it's beautiful. Game number 2. I don't know if it's gonna go quite as well for our Zerg player, but man, wouldn't that be the upset of the century? Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the blue Zerg player for Team Gosu, Reaper, who with the full NA strat is now up 1-0 over the world champion, the upper left-hand corner in the red, Oliveira, presenting Dragon Kitesy. What is happening here? Well, Oliveira not going for the low ground barracks this time. Instead going for a much more normal opening, I would say. So, nice to see that. It's also worth noting that there's a ramp on this one, so it wouldn't be nearly as good for a proxy hatch strat. Reaper is going pool and gas first, though, here. Looks to be taking the normal natural, but an interesting opening here for Reaper. Oliveira going immediately for the reactor. Of course, Oliveira, I'm sure, is not familiar with Reaper and might wonder if there isn't going to be another proxy hatch play. Isn't really scouting around for it, though. So, Oliveira playing a little bit bold against somebody. Oh, never mind. There's the SC. Playing a little bold for somebody who just lost to a proxy hatch, Roaches, but the SCV is going to scout that Lings are out. Won't be able to scout the follow-up Roach Warren, though, because it's double Marine instead of a Reaper. Oliveira's not going to have a lot of scouting potential. This is actually why we see Reaper openings. Being able to scout the Roach Warren, being able to scout that there's a natural. I think Oliveira did see the natural base, so that's important. And with the Lings out already, but not out earlier, I feel like assuming it's a Roach Warren is a pretty safe bet. We'll see if Oliveira is ready for this. Marines were waiting in the main base and chilling up here. So we have a bit of a delay on the CC. 6 Lings here, but 4 Marines, I think, win that fight. Yeah, Oliveira's going to drop the bunker. The Roach Warren has been scouted. It looks like that looks like a scan to me. Oliveira was thinking about it and decided to go for the scan. Oh, that's a lot of Lings, though. Oh, man, that's a lot of Lings. More Lings than I think were expected, but they don't quite get the surround. SCV's coming out to make sure they get pushed away. Reaper almost had a big surround there, and if he was able to kill those Marines, this could have been game over. He is going to be able to still poke at this base. Obviously, the orbital down on the low ground is going to take some damage, but it's got a lot of hit points. This bunker is going to be significantly more important. The cyclone that's on the way, also very crucial here. Losing the supply depots is very painful for Oliveira because he's already supply blocked, and it's going to get even worse when he loses this one. Well, a lock onto the Overlord is really nice here, as that Cyclone's going to be able to get the kill, and the depot stays up. This bunker is going to get surrounded. It's going to get biled. It's going to get taken down. The Marines do leave before that happens. Is there enough here, though? The SCVs are going to have to get pulled off the line again, but Oliveira has so many more workers than Reaper. He can afford to lose a bunch. He is going to lose a bunch, though. Is it going to be too many? There's a tank on the way, and there's more Marines coming out. The Cyclone is still alive, but it's just locking onto Lings right now. That is so painful. 12 SCVs go down. The worker count is even between the two of them. And this time, Reaper actually has a second base behind this. Oh, nice pickup on that Cyclone, though. And without the Lings here to buffer, these Ravagers are fully dead. 16 Marines, or SCVs go down, rather. Oliveira down to 13 workers, but he's got double Mule right now. We take a look at the income, it skews in Reaper's favor, and then it's going to pop right back up to Oliveira as those mules work. With the siege tank out now, I don't think Reaper can really continue this aggression. This aggression will not stand. I do love the Lings poking, though, because there isn't really anything to move out. The Marine count is pretty low. And they're kind of out on the map right now, but they are killing Overlords. They're going to force these Lings to come home. Reaper doesn't have a queen out at the natural yet, so it's just one queen and a handful of Lings. Oliveira going to be able to be kind of annoying with this, but gets pushed away. Doesn't want to lose anything. More important not to lose anything than it is to kill anything. A big part of the purpose of this little drop from Oliveira is to, yeah, kill Overlords, maybe get some damage done, mostly to make sure Reaper has some units out and has to stay home. That's two things Reaper doesn't want to do. Have units out and have them stay at home. And that means those Lings aren't out on the map to see this. This little move out, couple of siege tanks here. A handful of Marines, not a lot of Marines. I am a little bit worried about Oliveira's lack of Marines, but since it's just Lings out here and not that many of them, I feel like it's going to be tough for Reaper to hold on to this. He's trying to buy time. 4 Roaches on the way, but as these Queens move down, even a Hellion showing up here. Lings come in, they get us around. One of these tanks looks like it'll fall, but all the Marines stay alive thanks to the medevacs. There's still a siege tank. There's a couple of Hellions. There's a Cyclone. And I think this is going to be too much from our Terran player as he breaks into the natural. I think he's just going to be able to break the natural. Ravagers being more, Reaper desperately trying to hold on here, but with the Liberator up on the ramp as well, that's going to get biled down. No, it moves. Oliveira with the quick reflexes unsieges and moves that in time. He's going to take down the natural, scans up on the high ground, sees that it's just the 3 Ravagers. And Oliveira's got to know he's in a fantastic spot now. Again, dodges the biles, sees those Ravagers about to bile. If you move after the biles happen, it's not in time. You have to anticipate the biling. And he does. Lings come in. The tanks, though, or the tank in the back, oh my god, it stays alive. The 3rd bile finally takes it down, but it's not going to matter. GG, well played gets called. And Oliveira ties up the series, thankfully. I was a little worried our world champion was going to get 0-2'd. 2-0'd by Reaper, but no, no, no. God, I can't believe Reaper took game 1. Wild. This is why we love StarCraft. Sorry, we're getting ready here, but I want to make sure everybody's in. Okay. Sorry, game 3. Game 3 is happening. I had to explain to people that it was game 3. Get people in. They thought it was going to be a 2-0. They underestimated North America. They didn't expect our Zerg player in the upper left-hand corner to win game 1. And you know what? Neither did I. Reaper coming in with that game 1 victory. And of course, in the lower right-hand corner, not letting it be a 2-0 and in all likelihood taking this game. But hey, you never know. It is Dragon Kitesies. Oliveira. Also, Porphyrion, you're all good, bud. I don't actually expect my mods to do anything. I don't expect my mods to do any modding. This chat really is pretty chill. There's usually not a lot going on. And it's not that big of a deal. That hatchery is in close proximity to Oliveira's base. I don't know if you guys realized the proximity of Reaper's hatchery here in game 3. Oliveira certainly hasn't, at least not yet. Not going to scout nearby to see. I wonder if it would make any sense to proxy this hatch and then build like 2 drones, or even send 2 drones across the map to just mine. Maybe even 1 drone. Try to bust up here? Probably not, because you're going up a ramp. Anyways, Oliveira going for the same strat as last game, not going for the 2 barracks Reaper at the front. This time, the SCV is going to be able to come in and scout, see no natural, and see the Roach Warren. That is crucial. Now Oliveira's got to know what he's up against. If you're Oliveira here, do you cancel this? I think he's going to drop a bunker. I think a bunker's a good call, but I just wonder if canceling this CC is the good strat. Maybe not. Maybe it's not. The factory's not even halfway done, though. It is going to be double marine production. We're about to have a couple of roaches on the way here. I don't know if this strat is optimized for Reaper. The SCV is going to get the scout. 3 roaches start up immediately. Oliveira has 4 marines out. They're going to hop into the bunker. I assume there's going to be a tech lab to get into another cyclone. The cyclone was crucial in the defense for last game. 6 Lings on the way from Reaper's main base. Lings obviously much further away, but much faster, so they can get here a little bit quicker. Ravagers being morphed. Reaper going to start to really put the pressure on. Second bunker for Oliveira. I like the second bunker a lot. I was just going to say I wouldn't even hate a 3rd bunker, and there you go. Oliveira starts putting it down. This can also draw fire. Even if Biles forced this to cancel, it just buys time. Oliveira can get more units up. I thought it was going to be a Cyclone. It's straight up just a Siege Tank. And with bunkers here like this, I feel like there's no way this tank can get biled down without Reaper sacrificing a lot. And yeah, there we go. Biles going down, being forced on that bunker, again, that's just Biles that aren't hitting these bunkers. So I think Oliveira is perfectly fine with that. Doesn't need to get a little repair on this guy. Reaper trying to get more Ravagers up, trying to keep the pressure on. Oliveira's got this base up. It's mining. It's 31 SCVs to 22 drones, and this time Reaper's got this base on the other side of the map. He's just going to go for it. He's diving forward. He's going to take down the siege tank, but is there enough DPS from the bunkers to hold on here? Another tank pops out. Oh, and Reaper loses just about everything. A few Lings and those 3 Ravagers get out of there. This bunker maybe not going to make it up, but I think Oliveira is perfectly fine with that. 4 SCVs going down for all of those Lings and all of those Roaches. This is, I would say, looking very good for Oliveira. Excellent response this game. Oliveira not getting caught off guard after that first game loss to Reaper. It does show you that there's a reason we use best of 3 series instead of just going for best of 1s, which is common in a lot of other games, especially games where they take a little bit longer. Early on, you see a lot of best of 1s. But, I mean, a player like Reaper can definitely take games off of even some of the best players in the world. But that being said, it's a lot harder to take 2 games in a series off of somebody like Oliveira. It's a lot of Ravagers. One of them gets popped, but also going to pop a bunker. There's a lot of Marines here. Stim is not done yet, and there are no medevacs out yet. But that is a ton of Marines. A really good split. The tanks separated so the Biles can't hit both of them. Another bunker. Actually, not quite going to go down. Let's see if the repair can save it. Look at that. Repair, a good unit. Reaper pulling the trigger. Hasn't made a single drone. Just going to go for it. He's going to take down 1 bunker. He's going to take down the second bunker. Not even. And doesn't even look like it's going to matter. There's more Lings on the way, but both the tanks are still up. All these Marines are still up in front. Biles trying to take them down, but the Ravagers are going down, and GG, well played, gets called as Oliveira takes game number 3. Closes out the series. Whew. Reaper was so close to the upset of all time, but doesn't quite make it.